Oh yeah,
Okay, you
I've
done?
had this many. Yeah.
Okay. D, have you had over 20 partners?
No. So how about that? In other words, I already know him. Doesn't matter whatever.
Corey Holcomb brings up a very simple contradiction between men and women. Why is body count viewed one way for men and another way for women? Is body count the end all be all? Does it really matter as much as we think it does?
Let me show you something, D.
No,
D,
not
let
by
me
what
show
I
you
heard.
something. Can I
Not
show
by
you
what I
something?
heard.
Uh-oh.
Can I
Let me show you
something?
something. Let me tell you something.
I just want to show you something. It's going to be up to you to be stand up a G after this.
Oh.
Phil,
Here we go.
have you had over 20 sexual partners? Of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
Craig,
And you're a guy.
Craig, have you had over 20 sexual partners?
Yeah, and you're a guy. You guys work on
Nail,
that.
have you had over 20 sexual partners?
Yeah, you guys brag. They're probably
Hey. Have you
Dog.
had over 5 sexual partners?
guys.
So five
Guys
for eight.
actually brag on that. Hello, it's not the same. You can't ask a woman that.
More than 25 ain't? I took
You can't ask a woman that? Is that true? Come on, Darlene. You can definitely ask a woman that. Let's see what Darlene had to say.
people for granted. Me, I tell you, I can't even count. I don't even know. It's bad. Now, what's this?
I'm a woman once. First of all, so in other words, it's totally different, Corey. You can't ask a woman anything
She's going
like
crazy.
this, and a woman of a certain type, anything about sexuality. One,
Anything?
it's just not cool.
Can't
It's
ask
not right.
anything.
They're a lady. Look, you just broke my thing. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And two, guys, half the time they're probably actually lying because they want to brag that their numbers. Guys don't. Oh yeah,
you
I've
done?
had this many. Yeah.
Okay. D, have you had over 20 sexual partners?
No. So how about that? In other words, I already know him. Doesn't matter whatever I say. This man here, he
just
wants
walked
to make
off.
up his own mind. It doesn't matter.
He just
It
left.
doesn't matter what I say. He's
just
going to go
left.
ahead and make up his own, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Who is Nelson Munoz?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Hey,
There he goes.
You know how easy it is for a woman to have more than 20 sexual partners at a certain age? Like, it's kind of ridiculous when you do the math of it. Because what nobody adds into the equation is that it's so easy to give away box. A woman walking down the street, I think Chris Rock had the joke. If you offered any man in your life the opportunity, if you called up your best friend right now and been like, hey, he's going to do it. It's so easy to give it away. And I think women don't realize that. So 20 is like nothing. A woman could do 20 in a week for real. And a lot of them have. That's the really crazy thing about this. So we're dealing with a population of women that want us to believe that they're down in the low teens, maybe.
He's stupid.
He has left the building.
Good. Maybe he's shaving his hair off.
Damn, roasting. It's a good haircut.
And
What
plus,
you talking
guys, give me a break. They go ahead and they want the number to be higher. Guys actually, but they probably even had night.
So-
Stop it!
about? He's back with the.
Get out of here! Get
Back
out
with
of
the
here
toilet
with that. HR.
They ain't got no HR.
Why? Because Corey wants to be. In
I'm
my
giving you
20s.
something to get that shit out of here.
Whatever. You know.
What the f?
Whatever. You can make a.
Darling, everybody in the room told the truth.
Oh.
Everybody told the truth.
But it's not put it like this. A woman would say it's nobody's business, period. Whether I've had whoever a number, whatever, and whomever.
She's explaining.
It's no one's business. A woman doesn't speak on stuff like that. Although you
I got
guys
a
get
question.
turned on by stuff like that, it's pretty gross.
Have you? No, I ain't gonna ask that question.
Oh, and plus,
You know, I'm gonna give her a pass because she the only woman up here.
it's not.
Right.
Darlene is trying to make it seem like,
It doesn't matter.
That's funny.
but we ain't gonna get Darlene to confess. I
It's
get it.
not- it's-
You're a girl. You got to keep the mystery out there, D.
No, but I do know women that are of a particular way, and they are similar to guys. When you ask them, they think that, oh, well, I'm actually going to say, something raw, like something crazy, something off
Wait,
the hook.
stop. Some lady.
And even those women try to hide the number at some point later because there's a regret. The double standard is real. That's why I never understood the whole female player narrative. A woman with a lot of bodies, like we all know one of them, is not looked at as a woman of high regard. She's not to be respected in the same way.
On there saying I'm 50 and I've only been with 4 partners.
What?
Okay, see, so he
Mary Oaks, get the fuck out of here. Your name got wood in it.
Oh Lord, how you?
Yeah.
See?
Why is lying about their
man.
body count? Why do we have to be embarrassed?
Right.
You know the reason I'm able to have so many partners? Because I'm a hellified person.
Why is it? See, guys, what is
Women
it?
try not to sleep with me. And then when they do it, I see the disappointment in their eye, and I have the perfect speech
Why
to
would
make
you
them
brag?
feel better about what they wanted to do anyway.
But why would you want to brag about that? And
Because
plus,
it's something to brag on. Do you know there are guys right here tonight wondering what could they possibly do to smell a foot?
but at
That's
this
crazy.
point, how you
Anything.
speak about it all the time, you really think people truly believe you? Nobody believes that that's true.
Nobody believes what?
How you talk about all your
People believe it, D, because
Dalliances.
people know that America is in a crisis. Jobs are literally.
I'm not going to lie. Comedians are some of the most slept on players in the game. Like, it's something about going on tour, either as a musician or as a comedian. Like, every city you go, there's a woman that's interested in you, and you already brought your social proof by being on stage in front of a crowd. Women be throwing themselves as comedians. At comedians, you wouldn't even think that much. Yeah, Corey ain't lying about that. I got a friend that's a comedian, man. This dude had women in every city, man. It was crazy. And he wasn't that type of dude either, but he was killing it.
how you talk about all your
People believe it, D, because
Dalliances.
people know that America is in a crisis. Jobs are literally disappearing every day because of AI.
That's
Do-
true.
Okay.
Do you hear me when I say that?
Yeah.
They're talking about in 2 years, it's going to be to the point where it's really bad.
Wow.
So what I'm saying to you is this. My job is not going to disappear because of AI. What I do is going to happen.
yeah, that'd be crazy to have some AI stand-up comedians. Like, I don't know, man. That's going to be wild. You're going to be able to download Richard Pryor's thoughts into a Android type performer, and like, would he still have Richard Pryor's sensibility? That's interesting. Yeah, I don't think comedy is a hard one to replace, as well as the physical labor type jobs as well, but pretty much all your white collar jobs are gone. I've done videos on AI in the past, and yeah, I was predicting this probably about a year and a half ago, and it's just rapidly increased and gotten better and bigger and better, man. It's crazy. It's crazy out here. They already got AI influencers and everything, man. But one thing we need to remember is that AI cannot replace you. You are the most unique version of you. As long as you keep bringing what naturally makes you, things that you're genuinely interested in, and your own artistic inspiration, your own artistic voice, it's going to be very hard to replace that with artificial intelligence.
So I am in a position where I can barter vagina. Okay? I know it hurts. I
Like a
can barter
warlord.
vagina. Now, as I've gotten older, I don't barter vagina as much as I used to because I am very happy with the vagina that's on salary. I'm very happy with it. So
college
I'm
grads.
saying like your situation is different, D, because you have to come across as precious. And you're the only girl on here. That's why I give you a
No,
pass.
any true woman
You
with
have to gain
class
a
would
lot
never
of weight
speak
to come
about,
across as precious.
Wait, say that again.
You have to gain a lot of weight to come across as precious. That man.
Oh,
talking
you're
about
so
Precious from the
stupid,
show.
Craig.
I thought you was talking about the comic Precious.
Oh no! Shout out to Precious. That's
What's
the
up, Precious? How you doing?
Yeah, man. Interesting. Where are we going to be in the face of AI and all this job loss in the marketplace? Is it, because the dating market has surprised me in several different ways. Like at this point, I would have thought women would be a lot more reasonable. But instead, what has happened, and it surprised me every turn of the way, is that as these things evolve, we're now seeing women doubling and tripling down on the same mentality, or being immovable about certain things, about, oh, I only want a man that makes 70,000 or more. You know what I'm saying? Or, like, it's really odd to me. And I don't think many people have talked about the fact that as times get harder, you would expect women to want to hunker down and partner up. When instead, I'm hearing more and more women saying, I don't need a man. And then, of course, we haven't seen like what Corey's talking about the worst of it, about being replaced by artificial intelligence for a lot of desk jobs and things that women might be more prone to being a part of. And getting to that place of desperation. We haven't seen that yet. But like I said, I think even now with the numbers being how they are, and there being so many more women than there are men just in the world in general, and don't talk about the Black community, I'm really surprised that women haven't been more cooperative. But anyway, this raises a great question. Are the women in our lives being forthright and honest about how many sexual partners they've had? Or is there a lot of capping going on? Because I tend to believe it's the latter. A lot of these ladies out here will tell you that they are angel, that they're a sweetheart, that they've never done anything, yet and still there's a line of dudes in waiting. And here's the kicker. If you're in a relationship with this woman and y'all have the conversation, because a lot of women are resistant to the conversation about body count, is there ever a time where you can trust the figure that a woman gives you? If she tells you that it's only this many and you believe it's this many, I'm just being conservative with the low teens, but a woman can do 100 in a year. The biggest player in the world is not getting as much as most women could potentially get. Now, it's, there's some women that don't want to be out there like that, but it takes a lot of discipline for them women. Man, I had a friend, she confessed to me that she slept with a guy on the subway platform in New York City, a taxi driver, like she was, a Uber driver. You know how crazy it is to just actually end up in the backseat with the Uber driver as a single woman? Like she had insatiable thirst for fulfillment at that moment. And I guess the only laser beam that crossed was that Uber driver. And that Uber driver got lucky that night. So, like this is what I'm saying. Women can trip into situations and end up in something sexual with no notice, no preparation. Just it could happen. It could go down at any given moment. And to say that you reach your 50s and you're under 20, Darlene, you're in the 1% of women, if that's the case. This is the real one. She moved from another state into the state that you're in. So now she's in a whole nother demographic. So a lot of times that happens. A lot of women will move out of state so they can forget their past and all the things that happened before. I mean, if you could just count by how many children some of these women have, you can think about how many partners they've had, like unless they were in some type of committed relationship or they were married before, like usually that's a barometer because they're not keeping all the children, definitely not keeping all the children, but there's always a question about whether or not they've been as active as they potentially could have been. Not to mention, think about these women that are on Instagram and in the public eye who basically everybody and their mother they could have thought of has a crack at them. They sitting there with the BBL body. What are they getting that body for? They're getting that body to draw attention. And so a lot of them are successful at drawing that attention. And a lot of them are regretful even because they'll say things like, I was in a relationship with this guy and he took the best years of my life. Have you heard that recently? Have you been hearing that more often? Imagine a woman is on Instagram. Now, she has been on Instagram showing her ass for years, showing her body off, being in different locations all over the place. This is literally a menu for a lot of athletes and entertainers. They're literally going through Instagram. They're like, I like that one. I like that one. Let me send her a DM. Yeah. Oh, it's me. It's Shaquille O'Neal. It's so-and-so. It's Drake. I should go be where Drake is right now, right? So yeah, you're not really, I think we're going to have to come to a place where we're more honest about these things because for far too long, we have had an improper relationship with the reality. If you were an info in 2009 and that was your, you was out there in them streets, let the men know. It shouldn't be such a big secret. You see how easily the men offered up that they were over 25. Like, man, there are women out here, I'm pretty sure they're in the thousands. Like, for real. And that's why it's funny when a lot of guys go into these relationships, think these girls are angels and that they haven't had as much experience as they've had. But I mean, there's 7 days in a week. I don't know one day a woman can't go out and offer some box to somebody and then they don't take it, But anyway, let me know what you think about it in the comments. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification for all uploads. This is Fawcett Media.